The sun is shining and so is the Rep Pack. Welcome home, Rep Pack. Marcus here and welcome to Comfort Cartoons. Today I am with Karina.
Hi.
You like that? Karina! Can I get it like my own little thing?
Yeah. Marcus. No.
Come on, I don't get some.
My voice doesn't work today.
It doesn't work. It sounds like it's working. All right, I guess I'll do my own.
Marcus!
Welcome home, guys. We are going into the thrift store. It is one of your guys' favorite series on this channel. And like I said, you know, 2025, we are going hard with the thrift hunting. We're going to be doing a lot of hunting this year. I'm going to call this the year of the hunt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why not? So we are gonna be going out today, guys, looking at the thrift store for all of our favorite stuff. Of course, anything involving animation, as we always do on this channel. But we're gonna be looking for Disney, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and also the boy SpongeBob. So anything we can add to the collection, or we can bring over to our streams for you beautiful people, so we can get stuff back for the collection. But without any further ado, let's hop out of the car and head on in. We just filmed another location. Hopefully this store is equally as good, and if it's not, we might go to another store as well. But let's go ahead and head on in and check out what they got. All right, and then here are the sales. Yellow 50%, white, blue, and green 70. Like basically everything in those colors is 50% off.
No discount.
Red means you're dead. Okay, let's look.
All right, so the back section of this store is a lot smaller than the other store we go to, so there's not much to look at back here. I think there's like a Sora Funko Pop you guys can kind of see down there if we crop it in. Hot Topic exclusive, kind of cool. There is an Xbox 360, an old school one there, but nothing else really. Okay, so looking in the DVDs, there's nothing like that immediately catches my eyes. If you guys see anything, you can let me know, but there's a couple things. I mean, there's actually this Max and Ruby double pack that's kind of cool. I usually stick away from the Nick Jr. stuff because there's just too much of it out there, and most of them, the disc are really beat up, but I mean, I actually really like the show Max and Ruby. It's really calming, so I might grab this one right here since it is a double pack for only $2, and the prices definitely make it worth it too. And then I'm also gonna grab this too. Again, I usually won't grab the Yo Gabba Gabba stuff, but it's a very awesome Yo Gabba Gabba Christmas, and it's still brand new sealed. So because it's sealed, I just can't leave that behind. We'll take that one, and we're gonna keep looking. $3.99 Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, Aqua Teen Hunger Force Volume 2. I actually have the Volume 1, so that is a find, and it's brand new sealed. We are getting that. They also have Shaun the Sheep, the movie, which I have not seen this movie before. The best animated film of the year, but from the makers of Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit. I have seen those two, but I've never seen Shaun the Sheep. I'm tempted, but it is sealed too, but I'm gonna leave it. We have to go catch up with Karina. She's over there looking in the toys and plush because she always does that. She goes straight there. So that way, if there's anything over there that we need to pick up like quick, she ends up getting it, and I look at the DVDs and stuff with you guys. So let's see if she found anything. All right, so looking through the board games here, I just caught up with Karina. There was not really much over there. I'm gonna go double check and look, but you know, cause she's, you know, her cartoon knowledge is, I'd say, pretty good, huh? It's pretty good, but you know, there's a couple things she might miss. She found this Stitch plushie though, very cute. It's a Squishmallow. I think it's Easter themed. That's a maybe, but I did find this, the SpongeBob Life, the ever elusive SpongeBob Life. This is actually one of the hardest SpongeBob board games to find, in my experience at least. I don't know if all the pieces are in there, but it does kind of sound like it's pretty heavy, and it's only $3. So SpongeBob Life, heck yeah, we're gonna grab that, and we'll cross our fingers that life is good and that there is all the pieces in there. Man, my mom used to always call me this growing up. Now I'm like, is that how I looked? A couch potato. I mean, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Fellow couch potatoes, you got a freaking built-in drink holder for your couch. It's cushioned, so you can sleep on your drink holder when you're done using it. Where is my super suit? We found him right here. $8 though, $8. Okay, we're leaving you frozen. I don't care how much super suit you have. Like I said, we're gonna go to another store as well here in a little bit, but I mean, they have this guy, but $20. I like this Mickey Mouse. You know, it's got the, you know, my home team here, the Angel. I just mostly like it for the Mickey, but man, $20? I'm gonna leave you. They have a Pipple-Up plushie. Looking in the plushies, there's a few things. We're gonna keep looking around. There's this guy. Yeah, does he work? Oh, I think he does work. His butt work though. His butt works. I always press the button on this guy whenever we find him. He's like, look, somebody had so much fun with him, the friggin' foot ripped from pressing it so much. But they have this Piplup, but he's a crunchy boy, unfortunately. One of those carnival plushies. I try to avoid those guys. Okay, so this first store is kind of a little bit of a bust. We're gonna go to another one, but I'm gonna look through all these bag toys here and see if we can find anything, you know, notable that comes out to us. But if not, we're gonna be heading over to the next location. The first store was so good. I had so much hope that this one was too. Maybe because we got here later. I don't know. But anyway, let's keep looking. Keep on looking. You know, we gotta keep the spirit alive, all right? Because that's how you do hunting. You just never give up, because you never know. When you turn the right corner, you might find something amazing. But if you give up, you'll never get to turn that corner. You'll walk back and you'll be sad. Oh, you look in the clothing, okay? I'm still dreaming of one day we'll find just that vintage SpongeBob t-shirt for like 2001, maybe one day. But Karina did find this. She's actually gonna pick this one up. The SpongeBob shirt here, nice, clean. It's a medium, a little big, but you know, you can make it work. So we did find one SpongeBob item, one, okay? I found this. It's not my size. Karina says she's good on it. It's $10 though. It's a little bit much, but it is cool. It's got the Angelica and Susie little combo set up there. This I'm going to pick up. It's not my size, but this is a part of the Rugrats Neff collab, which I actually have the promotional posters for this setup. It says having a ball. It's got Tommy on it. It's the Neff logo right there. You know, it's a pretty iconic skate brand, and also it's Rugrats, a cool collaboration, and it's only $2. If it was my size,
That's crazy. $2.
yeah, compared to the freaking this one's 10, like, and this one's actually Neff too. So I mean, it's a medium, but just for the collection, I'll grab that for $2. And then last but not least, here we have the Rut-Row Scooby shirt. This one's only freaking $3. That's like not bad though. It's just not my size, so we're gonna leave it. But that is what we found. Like I said, guys, you know, that's the art of hunting. Not every single store are you gonna find everything you're looking for. I am still dreaming one day, not today, maybe not tomorrow, or the next day. Insert Mr. Krabs meme here, or the next day. But we are gonna look in the shirts and we are gonna find like a beautiful, like SpongeBob the movie 2005 t-shirt. Something just mind-blowing. I know, so we can't give up on the clothes. One day we will find it. All right, so let's go ahead and head out of here. We're gonna check in at the next location. I know we didn't film a lot in here, but there wasn't a whole lot to look at. So let's take a look at what's the next place. All right, we are at, oh, sun, it's so bright. We are at Savers. All right, so we are going in there. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
And we are really close to like all the fire and stuff right now. It is still in a safe spot, but it is kind of close. It is really windy too. Like there's a lot of wind going on. I literally keep getting notifications on the cameras at my house of just like stuff blowing by in the wind, like movement. Here's a shot of my ladder that I use for the cavern. They got knocked over, and my no weenies allowed sign. All right, we got to get out of here quick so I can go pick up that ladder. All right. That lad, yeah, he's been lifting me up for years. I can't just leave him hanging down there. Got in here, Karina found this My Melody, what is it called? Lounge fly bag.
Yeah. Look, guys, what the heck?
She grabbed it, and then I was like, oh, it's $75. She backed her hand up like it was on fire. It is kind of pricey, $75.
And this one's
Tokidoki, $69.99. That is a wild, yeah. I mean, they are cool, but holy cow. Are you joking me? What a freaking find out the gate. We have all three of the Powerpuff Girls. These are the vintage action figures, only for $7.50. Okay, I like where this is going. This is one of the things I love about this Savers is they have one of the biggest bag walls of like any other store I can think of. I cannot believe we seriously just found all three of the Powerpuff Girls. They are the talking ones too. These are the vintage ones from 1999. Holy crap. Like these are some of the coolest. I can hear them talking. Oh my gosh, who says superheroes can't do their makeup too? That is awesome. Yes, okay, we are grabbing that. Find of the day. They're still talking over there. I also saw Mr. Meeseek here. Okay, he's $10 though. He's a little bit much, but this is a Mr. Meeseek's action figure from Rick and Morty. Again, usually I like to save the bags for like a mystery for you guys. We check them out and like save them for the cavern, but when it's a day like this where we haven't found too much, I like to share it with you guys. you guys can get in on some of the action. Got a little bag of action figures here, all Batmans. But let's keep looking. Oh, look at this. We have a Sasuke action figure here of him and Taka. He's got the Akatsuki robe on, but he's missing his base, so we're gonna leave him behind. Oh, now this is cool though. The Goku Black here. That is so clean. He's got some dirt on his shoes, you know, but I think we could probably clean that up. That's just a really cool figure in general. And it is licensed as well too, so we're gonna grab him. That's awesome. Okay, then next up we have this Shadow keychain. You guys know Shadow's my favorite of all the hedgehogs. And he is the man of the hour right now. There's like a little bit of string material in there, but other than that, he looks pretty clean. And he's like a little like keychain, like coin purse. I'm gonna go ahead and take him, and he comes with a bonus Mario. Kobe. Oh my, I hit the only defense that was possibly here. The only thing, come on. Not Kobe, I did put Kobe to shame. Kobe, there we go. Okay, and I'm also grabbing, he's got the lid on. Every time I find this Sully, the lid is popped off. He's a little bit, you know, he needs a little bit cleaning up, but for $2.50, I'll gladly do the cleaning. That is so cool. It's got even the little lanyard on it to the Monsters Inc. one with all the doors on it. And what do you got? Oh, and Karina found a Patrick plushie. What is this from? Is this from the Sponge on the Run movie? I'm pretty sure it's from the Sponge on the Run, but like all of his cushion and his legs have been like pushed into his body. You know what? I'm just afraid I'm afraid, but I'm afraid that I don't have this. I think I do, but the fear is making me put it in the cart. You shouldn't have fear when you do this, okay? Just try to have fun. But for me, I get anxiety about not having things or having them. This is kind of cool too. It's all of the Plants vs. Zombies, like plants, you know, all in a little like bag together. I think they shot like little like maybe foam balls or something like that. What has Karina got over here? What? What in the world? Are you kidding me? That is so sick. The Winx Club dance board? Karina loves Winx Club.
My favorite is Flora.
Flora? Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. Holy crap, and $10.
It's rare we see Winx Club.
Yeah, it is. That's why I was so shocked about it, because like I know how uncommon Winx stuff is to find. Holy cow, yeah, throw that in the cart. $10 too.
Wow.
That is freaking awesome. You found your first Winx find.
Yeah.
And it's sealed too. Holy cow. She's finding everything. So she also found off to college, Gabriella.
High School Musical and the Winx stuff is my two favorite things. You know?
Yeah. Gabriella there. That is clean. Okay. I looked in the plushies, guys. Nothing too crazy. There's a couple crunchy Pokemon plushies back there. But we'll look around the rest here and see what we can find. I'm just not giving up on these bags, but I probably should, because there's probably other stuff I need to go look at. But I just know there's something else hidden in here I'm just not seeing. Okay, looking through the cars here, I don't see anything too crazy or worth talking about, but I get a shot of it for you guys. Maybe some of you guys see something I don't. Coming over here, we got little LeBron James with the gigantic hands playing some basketball. Only $2 though, but I don't think it comes with the balls. There's a little Power Rangers claw device. Got some Nerf guns. Ooh, this is actually really cool. This is the Universal Studios Glamour Tram, and it has Woody Woodpecker actually leading the way on it. I think it might be missing like a sign piece here, or maybe it's like a popcorn bucket. I think it's a popcorn bucket, and that's where a lanyard goes in. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, so next up over here, we've got some of these, you know, weird, like, you know, every time I look in these sections, it's because I have a dream to get a password journal. This is actually, I think this might be a password journal, but this isn't the late 2000s, 90s one. I think this is like a, you know, late 2000s password journal. As a kid, I always wanted the password journal. I always saw the commercial and they had like all the girls in the commercial. I just thought it was so cool. I was like, man, I wish I had a password journal. I love the fact that it was like voice activated, but you know, I was like, oh, I'm a boy, I can't have a password journal. I just have to live with this dream that I can't fulfill. But now it's 2024 and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna get a password journal, which I still want to buy one sealed for the collection one day, but I always look at the thrift store to see if I can just find one loose so I can actually use it, because if I bought one sealed, I would probably keep it sealed just for that memory. Okay, and then I think that summarizes this little toy part here, but like I said, they have a really big section at this one. So they have like the books over here, and then even more right here. So we'll take a look and see what they got in this section now. We got Beyblade and a little mini Stretch Armstrong. Look at this mini Stretch Armstrong was at Goodwill at one point, and then it worked its way over here to Savers. Now it's more. They have this TMNT bag. It's okay. It's a little beat up, but it's cool. Got a little Nerf gun there. I'm trying to see. I saw something. Oh, this. I'm pretty sure that's like AI art, but you have the space duck here. I love it. All right, so what do you got here?
If I have to describe my childhood, it would be Harry Potter, Wings Club, and High School Musical.
Okay.
And Justin Bieber.
And Justin Bieber. Okay. All right, so there we go.
But this is not good.
I love how they put the parts in like little like ketchup packets, like from the little burger stands.
Oh my god.
That's like such a mom thing to do. I like it. There's a freaking brand new in the pack Beacons Pal. I mean, how many of you guys grew up with this? Is this like too old school? I had one of these. I'm the Buzz Lightyear operation too. It's just the box is so damaged, but I like that you can see him like he's in his actual like original figure box. It's like a life-size 3D puzzle you can build. Oh man, one day we have to do a hunt just looking for minion stuff and just show up at Mitchell's house.
He would lose his mind.
He'd be so hyped. Ooh, now this is the green label SpongeBob Flash and Roll. It's got it in Spanish too here. I'm sure. All the pieces are still in there. I was totally expecting everything to be empty, but we have all. Sometimes you find these figures at the thrift store all the time, and most people probably have like no clue what they're even from, but they're from this set here. It's got the board as well as all the figures. I have this one sealed in the collection, but I did not have a play copy. Oh, that's so beautiful. That orange wave. I love any product that has that orange wave in the bottom.
That's sick.
That is amazing. We are grabbing that. That is an awesome find. Okay, so looking through the DVDs here, I found a pretty good one. We have Steven Universe Gem Glow DVD. Look at the actual tape. That's actually cool. Steven's gem there. And it comes like in a little insert too. A little nice quality there. I like that. Hey, if your childhood consisted of Justin Bieber, High School Musical, then it must have had to have included this too.
Yes.
It had to have also included that.
Not as much.
Yeah. Sorry, Demi. Oh, so sad. A little Lone Sim Season 1, Disc 3. He's gotten lost from his other Disc 1 and Disc 2 friend. I feel so bad for him. I'm sorry, man. I wish I could have you join one of my box sets, but they're sealed. So people love our little competition where we try to see who can find the Nick book first. So I say you start as far as you can go that way. I'm gonna start here and let's see who wins. The first one to find a Nickelodeon book. It cannot be Paw Patrol, it cannot be Dora. It has to be like a main Nickelodeon show. Let's see who can do it. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we got to beat her this time. We beat her last time. We found the Avatar book. Let's take a look. Man, there's a lot of Barney books in here. Clifford. I mean, there's some solid stuff. Are you serious? What? Whoa, what the heck? I don't even have that one. How the heck did you find that so quick? Oh, okay, you know what? You may have won this one, but I am okay with that because look, the orange. How to animate SpongeBob SquarePants. I think I have a box set that includes a book similar to this, but I do not have this book in the collection. That is one of the coolest books I've ever seen too. Oh my God. Actually, no, the book that I have does not include this. This is a completely different book. Oh my gosh. That is incredibly just awesome. I can't believe that you actually just found that. In 99 cents? They could have robbed me on that one. I would have paid a lot for that, but 99 cents, I'll take it for sure. We'll keep that a secret. Okay, another one we're grabbing. This is the official guide to legendary and mythical Pokemon. I'm sure it's like stops at maybe like Gen 7 or something, but it's cool is because you got all of the stickers in there still, which is, believe it or not, pretty rare to have all the stickers, and it still includes the poster. So we're gonna grab that one for $2.40. So yeah, it goes up to Kalos. I think that's about where it stops, but hey, that's a clean book. And then even this is so cool. Pocket Comics Classic has a bunch of different comics based off of different Pokemon. That is so fun. Like, we are finding so many cool things today. This is also only $2.50. Grabbing it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's few and far between that I actually pick up socks because I have so many of them in the collection and it could easily become overwhelming. But you don't see Rocket Power socks every day. They're not vintage, I don't think. Yeah, 2019, but you just don't see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these just because they're Rocket Power. They do have Cat Dog ones. They're pretty common when it comes to like the Nick 90 stuff. You'll get Rocket Power, Ren and Stimpy, Hey Arnold, but you don't, Rugrats of course, but you don't see Rocket Power, so I'm grabbing those. They also have Auto Monster ones too that are pretty cool.
So we're going to Minnesota in about 3 weeks.
So, just want to interrupt the video real quick to let you guys know I'm going to be doing a meetup of sorts in Minnesota. I'm going to be in Minneapolis at the Mall of America at Nickelodeon Universe on February 5th at 6:30 p.m. at the Nickelodeon shop. So if you guys are in the area or nearby and you want to come by and say what's up, I would love to hang out with you. We can go to the park, maybe get some food afterward, depending on how it goes. I am going to be there for 3 days. Actually, I'll be there from February 3rd all the way to February 6th, filming a bunch of videos for you beautiful people. But I figured that if anybody's in the area, it's kind of a 2-in-1, being able to go to a theme park themed off of my favorite thing in the world, and also hopefully get to say what's up to some of you all. But I will be there for all 3 days at the park as well.
It's gonna be cool.
Yes,
You want this?
if it was Coke Zero, I would have to get it. But regular Coke, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on that. I'm sorry. All right, so you're going to Minnesota in 3 weeks. You know, you need a hat. I'm thinking, look at it. It's one of those beanies with a bill on it. You know, that gives me like.
I'm not cool enough.
That's like total like Fallout Boy, like mid 2000s, like Patrick Stump beanie here. That is really cool. The Patrick Stump beanie, and then right next to it, the Pete Wentz beanie as well too. I love this section. All right, guys, we're looking through, you know, the last little section, the boring stuff. So yeah, if we find anything, we'll let you know. But this is usually where it kind of ends. You know, typically kind of winds down a bit. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been times where we found stuff here, but it's usually pretty rare. So we're on our way out of here. I mean, what a freaking haul though already. That was awesome. Okay, so he's not in perfect condition. You know, he's got a couple little issues here, but he's only $5. I can clean a lot of this up. This is from home. A lot of these, I just know as like animation collector, anything home is usually pretty hard to find. Even like the meal toys for them are like kind of rare. So, I mean, freaking a piggy bank, that's a pretty good mold of him too. I'm just gonna get him just for the fun of it. Why not? All right, guys, so we got everything in the cart. Let's go ahead and check out. That was fantastic. Everything's gonna be alright as long as we got this ice cold Coke. So guys, we are back from the thrift store. We got everything going right here. What a freaking day. The first store was a little rough, but the second, the Savers, wow, I think we gotta go back to that Savers. I think that's should be our new Savers. It's a little bit of a drive, but everything in that area is kind of awesome. It was just some good places over there. Let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, we're gonna find out whether the items are worth it or not worth it. If it's something that I got strictly for the collection, I care a lot less about whether it's worth it or not because it's going into the collection. But if it's something that I'm planning to put over in our Whatnot stream or our shop, of course I want to know that I at least got my money's worth, because when we end up selling it over there on our stream, I'm gonna use those funds to make more thrifting hauls, get more stuff for the collection, and make these videos possible. So the worth it or not worth it really kind of is important, but at the end of the day, it's all about having fun, and boy did we today. This has got to be, you guys can let me know, for people who have been watching for a long time, one of our best bag finds ever. These are the vintage talking Powerpuff Girl figures. They are so unbelievably clean. You guys know my cartoon variety room. I have a bunch of different Cartoon Network related stuff going on in there, and sometimes it ends up being very Powerpuff Girls heavy because I just love the like aesthetic of them. They look so good. They're so fun. It's adorable. They are a little dirty, but none of the dirt looks like damage. Like, I think a majority of the little like stuff on here, like the grime, the dark coloring in some spots, most of this will clean up like nothing, and they still work. Like, that's so cool. And the fact that it's all of them, okay? I'm not like, what are the odds of, like, you know, I could have found just Blossom or maybe just Bubbles, but all three of them in one bag. So, I mean, this is just unreal. That is so cool. And then last, we have Buttercup here as well. So, you got the Buttercup one to go with it. The arms are articulated as well, so you can pose them a little bit, but there's the Buttercup one. So I think you put them on the base and you smack their heads, and that's how you get them to, you know, say some kind of interactive phrase. So I mean, I will definitely get some bases for these, but I mean, all three of them, like, that is just unreal. I can't believe we found these. So there's the girls right there. The day is saved, all for $7.49. So I'm gonna price, we'll open up all the bags and we'll price these up, but you guys will have already known the prices on these.
and we'll check out the rest. Next up here, we got Goku Black. It's a really cool figure. I couldn't really tell what kind of condition he was through. Oh yeah, he's really dirty. Like he definitely needs like, I mean, he's dirty in personality too. I mean, this guy is like a straight up jerk. But I mean, he needs to be cleaned up bad. But I do have a really cool new scrubber tool that I got for action figures that I think would do wonders on this guy here. So I can clean him up. But this is Goku Black action figure. They sell these Dragon Ball Z like big box figures just like this. I have a Frieza one in my collection already, and that one wasn't cheap. This one's not in the best condition ever. I couldn't really see that well through the bag. I'm hoping it's worth it, but this one might be maybe on the not worth it or a draw side. This bag was $4.49. With Savers, the prices are going to be a little bit higher than the other thrift store we go to, but I mean, sometimes they can have even better stuff though. It just depends on the day really, but the prices are usually like this bag would have probably been like $3 at the other thrift store, whereas with this one, you know, it's Savers, so it's going to be a little bit more pricey. Oh, those strings weren't even off the shadow. They were just in there. And I'm always really careful with getting shadow like plushies and stuff, because a lot of times they collect all of these like mothballs and they just don't really look that good after a period of time. But this one still looks really good overall. Like, yeah, he needs to be washed a bit, but I mean, for the most part, considering all things, I've seen way worse shadow plushies before. And he's still got the bag clip on there too. Is he licensed though? That is my question. I don't see a tag anywhere. Quality says like it could be licensed, but there is a lot of really good knockoffs for Sonic. There's a tag inside here. Yeah, so this is an actual license. Trust me, they would not go through the work of putting a Sonic tag on the inside of his pocket there. This is an actual licensed Sonic plush. I mean, the quality looks like it. This one will definitely be just going in my shadow collection. I'll have him hanging up with the rest of my items. Worth it already, even at $4. There's this Mario in here, but I mean, it looks like he was $1.99 at Goodwill at some point, and then they threw him in his bag. So I don't think he's worth much. All right, so that's our bags there. I don't think we got any bags at the other thrift store. I want to start with the other thrift store items. Let's go ahead and check them out here. So first off, we got the Aqua Teen Hunger Force DVD sealed in the collection. I grabbed that one. I paid $4 for it. I think it's going to be worth that. It's got super trivia commentary, the meat zone, deleted scenes, and also 2 shorts. So a really cool piece there. And like I said, I grabbed this sealed copy of the Yo Gabba Gabba Christmas. I don't really like collecting all the Yo Gabba Gabba CDs, the Dora ones. I try to keep my collection of those things kind of minimal because there's so much of it out there, and I'm not creating like a Nick Jr. collection. I'm just more of a Nickelodeon collection. I will dabble in that stuff, but I've had to draw the line at some point because it will just consume everything if I picked up every single Dora, Blue's Clue and You, or Yo Gabba Gabba item. So like with Dora, I try to only stick to like the vintage items that are really nice, like the core memory type of items, like the backpack, swiper, you know, boots, stuff like that. The more kind of like mascot items. And I like the VHS, the vintage VHS. I'll stay with Blue's Clues. I love getting my Blue plushies, like exclusively the Blue. I get some of the iconic items, like we have the chair up there, handy dandy notebook, and I'll get the Blue's Clues VHSs. But I'm not gonna pass up a Christmas special because eventually I'd like to have like all the Nickelodeon Christmas specials and Nickelodeon Christmas DVDs all together. So this is a nice one for that. But we also got this Neff Rugrats shirt. Again, this is, you know, not the best. I mean, it's not the best find because it's not my size, but I mean, it's a pretty sick shirt. You got the classic Tommy on the ball right there. You got the Rugrats logo in the front. I'm not a big fan of like when the way better design is on the back than it is on the front because, you know, most people don't see the back of your shirt. Most of them see the front of your shirt. Not a lot of people are looking at your back. So I think that the front part of the shirt is always my favorite. And then you could save the little logo like that for the back. But nonetheless, Neff is awesome. I used to wear a lot of Neff stuff like growing up in high school and stuff. So I picked it up for only $2. Like, come on. And then this is Karina's, but I you know, she let me use it for this video so I could show it to you guys. The SpongeBob shirt, you know, freaking Karina getting a SpongeBob shirt. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna stop that. So I was just like, oh, go for it. You know, that's just an extra cool thing to SpongeBob to look at. So there we go. That one right there was $4. Definitely worth it. A cute design. I couldn't find the Tommy shirt. I'm just gonna say for both the shirts, we'll give $5 each, $10 overall for them. I mean, that's pretty close to what I paid for them. I paid $3 for this one. I paid $2 for that one. I mean, $2 is just an incredible deal on this one, but on average, it's like probably what you're gonna pay at the thrift store, if not more. Anyway, if we went to Savers to get shirts, like $9. But at this place, the shirts are pretty reasonable. So at this first store still, we found the Life game. This was, the question was, is it still having some, I've gotten lucky before and opened up these and everything was brand new in them. Will that be the case? I don't know. The box is pretty rough, but if all the pieces are in there, just in used condition with all the pieces, these can go for about 25 bucks. So I would still take that. Let's see what we got here. Okay, definitely not all new. I prefer when they're all, oh, but look, they were unorganized individuals. That's a good sign. You have to look at the signs. When there's no baggie in there, there's nothing holding things together, that's a bad sign. None of the pieces look really worn out though. So I will, when I do the scan shots, I will confirm or deny for you guys whether all the pieces are in there. Look at the bottom of the wheel, there's a little SpongeBob. I never even noticed that. It's so cute. And he spins and runs with the bubbles. You don't even get to see that too. That's the best part about that. Anyway, all the figures are in there. You've got playable characters or Mr. Krabs. I mean, honestly, for me, even just for having this freaking stomping Squidward, like, bro, he's playing life and he's angry. Like, chill out. He's angry at life, literally. These SpongeBob, honestly, just these little miniature figures of the characters. Oh no, wait a minute. I got duped. Dude, no. Okay, so I thought we had all of the playable figures, but they duped us. So it should have Mr. Krabs, Squidward, SpongeBob, and Patrick. And I thought we had all of them because I saw 4 figures. But one of them is these, you know, those little 50 cents SpongeBob like quarter machine figures. Oh man, we got gypped. Okay, I think all the other pieces are in there. I mean, it's only missing one character. I mean, who has more than freaking 3 friends anyway? Oh, or 2, I guess. I mean, still though, okay, if all the pieces are in here, then that's great. But if it's not, I will still use it for all of these little pieces here. I love little trinkets like this to add to the collection. I'll get my Dremel and just sand off those little pieces at the bottom. You got a little Shady Shoals. You got a little miniature Chum Bucket there. Little Mr. Krabs anchor. Like, those are so cute as just figures. Oh, a little Conch Street. Like, that's so precious. A little mini Conch Street. You can just shave that little piece down there off with the Dremel, like I said, and boom, you got this little cute figure. So if all the pieces aren't there, I'll just use the pieces. Heck yeah. But if everything's there besides the Mr. Krabs, then, you know, maybe we'll still, you know, maybe it still would be good in somebody else's collection as a life game. But if everything's missing, then I think it's better in my collection for the pieces. So we'll go ahead and do no value on the life. I did pay up for this one a little bit. Or actually, no, I didn't really pay up for it. I think I paid like $3. That's not paying up at all. $3 for a whole game of life. Life can be very expensive. Ask your parents. All right. That does not pet at all. All right. So now we are at the good store. Like that. And I'm not saying that store is bad. On average, it's actually usually good. But this time, savers came through. So first off, one of my favorite freaking items in a long time at the thrift. We've gotten really lucky the last few times. So I'm gonna say one of my favorite items. We got the Woody the Woodpecker. I grew up. I used to go to Universal Studios here in Southern California all the time, and one of my favorite rides, I was a pass holder, one of my favorite rides in the world is the studio tour. It's the longest ride. I've never been a big fan of short rides. You know, you wait in line for a crazy roller coaster, you're sitting there for 2.5 hours, finally get into the freaking line, they're rushing you, trying to jam you in that car like a piece of cattle going to the slaughterhouse, and then they launch that machine, you're on there for like 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then you're off, and you're like, wow, 2 hours for 1 minute and 30 seconds. But with the tram tour, you got to wait in a pretty short line because there's so many people that can sit on it. You don't have to wait that long. And the ride's like 30-40 minutes. You get to tour the entire backlot studio of Universal. There's some very amusement park-esque rides with like water floods coming in, earthquake simulations, so much cool stuff. I say the best bang for your time buck ride that there is. So I love the tram ride, and I also love Woody Woodpecker. I mean, he's like one of the OG icons of classic cartoons, and it's so cool that they used him as the driver. And the details on this are so good. You have, even on the mirrors there, you know, this is just a popcorn bucket. They could have easily cheaped out on us and did nothing, but you can see there's actually a little mirror there on the actual rear view mirrors of the tram. And if you pop it open here, it works for a really cool storage space for your toys or other figures in your collection. I don't know the value on it, but I mean, we're not ranking things today, but I will give it a 10 out of 10. I don't even really care if it's worth it or not for $6. It's worth it to me for $6. And it's got working wheels. I forgot to mention it's got working wheels on it. I think definitely a worth it score, and we'll go ahead and add $20 onto the price. All right, so continuing through the bags, we got a big stack of stuff here. So let's take a look. So let's start with these, because these are the Rocket Power socks. I'm sure like the value on these is next to probably nothing, maybe like $5 depending on the person that is looking for them. But this is one of those items. This is for my collection. This is for the archive here, the cartoon cavern. So the value, like how much they cost or how much they're worth, really means nothing to me. So this is worth it for me, absolutely. We have the official guide to mythical and legendary Pokemon. Just a really cool pickup with everything in it for $2.49. For those of you guys that are Pokemon fans, I would love to know, what is your favorite mythical Pokemon, and tell me why it's Deoxys. Okay, of course it's Deoxys. That's not my favorite, but of course it's Deoxys. And it is legendary, but no picking Dialga, Palkia, or freaking Arceus. I mean, that's just easy choices. You don't get points for easy choices around here, right? I love it. $2.49. This right here is a really cool thing. I've never seen this before. I have been obsessed with the Rugrats comic book strips from the newspapers back in the day. I got this awesome book in the fan mail video from Dawn and T-Dog, and I've been reading that thing every single chance I have. I'm like at least like 20-30 pages into it, so I'm definitely gonna probably have to check this one out. It was only $2.49, and it is loaded with a bunch of different Pokemon related comics, and it seems like there's almost like a comic on every single Pokemon. Like there's literally one for Kyogre right here, and they're short but like sweet little, like almost like newspaper strip comics, like 4 panels, and it describes a little moment or story within those quick 4 images. And oh, like there's so many. There's a Latios and Latias one, and they're all so cute too. I'll have some shots in the video for you guys to take a look at as I'm talking here, because they're just adorable. Okay, next up we got the Gem Glow DVD. I mean, in our last freaking thrift video, we found a freaking like $90 Steven Universe comic book. So I don't know, maybe the DVD is crazy too, but I'm assuming probably like, you know, $10. We'll find out. Okay, so like I said, I have this guy brand new sealed in the collection here, but because it's sealed, I've never had a chance of actually opening it up and taking a look. So now we have one open in the collection, and it was only $2.49. I'm gonna say the same thing as the Rocket Power. I'm sure that this game with everything in it is probably like $10, maybe 20 at the most, but I really couldn't care less of the overall value on it. I just am happy to have it in the collection. The board is there. It's basically brand new, like never been used. All right, then next up we have this Winx game here. You know, just a wild find. It was like one of those times. It's really cool because like me and Karina were just equally as like, what the heck, you know, because she loves Winx. I love anything Nickelodeon, especially the obscure stuff like this. So the Winx Club Nickelodeon dance pad was just like a how and why is this here brand new sealed. So this is another item that like the value on it really doesn't matter all that much to me. I don't like have a goal to like collect all of the Winx Club Nickelodeon stuff, but if I see it at the thrift store, if I see it at the flea market, anywhere where it's cheap, I'll add it. It's really hard to tell which ones of the action figures are the Nick ones or the ones that were before they were at Nickelodeon. So when it's in the box, that's probably when I'll pick it up. When it says the Nickelodeon branding on it, it's a little bit easier to identify as Nickelodeon, and it happens to be in this case. So these go for about $30 online, brand new seal. They paid $10 for it, so $30 added to our total on screen there, and a nice little find, and it made Karina smile, so that was nice too. Okay, and I would say, man, other than, okay, I am in love with I'm in love with a lot of finds today. The Powerpuff Girls, amazing. This book, I might start collecting all of these Pokemon comic books because I've discovered something about myself is that I love these little short comics, like four to six panels. That's enough for me. You know, just enough to like you can read as many as you want. It's so fun. I love this board game in the collection, but I think my favorites are the comics, Powerpuff Girls, and this book right here. I have a lot of the animated SpongeBob books. I have a few different how to animate SpongeBob books. They've made quite a few of them, but I think this has got to have the best cover of any of them. This is SpongeBob literally sitting at like an old school animator desk there. You got some of these sketches surrounding him there, the old school SpongeBob logo, the orange waves in the top with the orange jellyfish logo. It briefly talks to you about the animation process at the beginning. So, and all the stuff in this book was like, it's seemingly majority of this, like there's a couple stock images in here, but a majority of the images in here were illustrated for this book. Like you have this opening shot here of tools and materials, and it shows like Patrick with an eraser on his head, SpongeBob with the pencil, Gary down there. Not all the book, like I said, is original images, but there is quite a lot of them that are not your typical stock images, and I'll get you some shots of those ones because you can kind of spot the ones. I mean, for me, it's easy to see the shots that I know are not on your typical SpongeBob product. Like there's just some shots like I know without a shadow of doubt I've seen 100 times on 100 different items, but some of them I'm like, oh, I've never seen that before, and the way that it's drawn clearly was made for this book, and that's the stuff that I love to see. Yeah, when you look up this book, it's not the most common one that comes up. The How to Draw SpongeBob one that I have in my collection, the hardcover one comes up. This particular How to Animate SpongeBob book is not, like, I can't even find one listed. Like, I'm sure probably available, you probably can find it online, but man, what a cool piece for 99 cents. I would say one of my favorite pieces, and it was only $1. Okay, the next up is this Sully bucket here. He is, you know, he's definitely needs to be cleaned. I mean, but damage wise, he doesn't got a lot of damage on him. The lanyard is in great shape too. If you're actually planning to take this to the park, I think this is a great piece. You know, rather than spending like $40, $50 to get one, you know, to use, you could buy one like this for like, you know, $2.99 in this case, or like 20 bucks, and you can actually wear it at the park and not have to worry too much about getting damaged, and then put your nice $50, $60 one right out of the plastic on your shelf. And it was only $2.50. Like, that's a steal. That's a really freaking good deal. And it goes for about $25 in pre-owned condition, which is, and ones that I saw that were worse than this. So, I mean, I think just a lanyard was worth $2.49. So, overall, just an awesome pickup there. And I think, oh yeah, we have one more item. This one's just a small item. I just kind of got this on a whim. Like I said, home stuff. A lot of times the character from home, he can be pretty sought after just because of the fact that they didn't make a lot of merch for the movie, and it was a very short period of time that it was out, and a lot of people love the movie Home. Like, it's a really big, like, cult fan base that a lot of people don't know about. Even like the McDonald's toys, like I said, like a lot of the McDonald's toys, like the whole set can sell for like 60, 70 bucks. Open, used. Like a simple plushie for him can be like $20, $30 sometimes. Like, not even a good plushie. But the coin bake I actually could not find online, so I don't know the value on it. I'm gonna clean him up a little bit, get him back to working condition, and I would love to be able to get him in somebody's collection that can appreciate him. I just thought he was too good to leave there to possibly break or something, or get thrown out, so I grabbed him for the $5. I mean, it looks like he's been around the circuit. He has a Goodwill sticker on his back, then below that a Saver sticker, and then another Saver sticker. Like, is that, like, we found a few Goodwill items today. I'm starting to think, is Goodwill just taking it to the ultimate ends of being kind of, you know, a little bit sometimes the worst? With, like, not only do they sell things online, they don't even make it, like, you donate stuff and it never even makes it to store shelves. They just go directly onto Amazon, eBay, wherever else they sell them, their auction site. But with the stuff that they don't sell, you would think maybe they're giving it to people in need. Maybe it's getting donated to another country where they, like, you know, that needs toys, something like that, and they could, you know, use them. Kids that have nothing, they could probably appreciate something like a toy that we might throw away. But are they donating them to other thrift stores? I think it's too many items that we've found from Goodwill at this point with the tag on them for it to be like, oh, somebody just bought it at Goodwill and never used it and then donated it to Savers. And they left the tag on it too? This is a few items now. I don't know. That's a little questionable. Does that happen to you guys? You guys find a lot of stuff at Savers or other thrift stores that are from Goodwill and have the sticker on it? It's happened to me quite a few times recently. But on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was an incredible haul. I mean, I think you guys let me know what was your favorite find. I mean, it's hard to pick between the Powerpuff Girls, the Animator's book, the trolley here, the freaking Pokemon Pocket Comics. There was just so much awesomeness in this video. So hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new here. And if you guys want to support this show and help me keep making videos for you beautiful people, go ahead and check out our Patreon. I would appreciate you supporting us. It's only $2 a month. For cheaper than a third of the cost of a cup of coffee, you can support this channel and me making more videos for you. You also get extended versions of every video that I upload, early release, behind the scenes access, as well as invited to our Discord to get to talk with other people in the community, and even more. And it helps me directly in keeping this stuff coming for you guys. But stay tuned here. We're gonna add a couple items to the collection, but before that, you know the drill. I don't have anything to throw at you. Well, I mean, I do, but most of the stuff that's around me will break. Pocket slime. Scan it. Okay, and the How to Draw SpongeBob book is going in the collection. It's a perfect fit. Actually, this is even more of a perfect fit, this one right here. The SpongeBob My Adventures book. But it is in with the rest of our SpongeBob books here on the bookshelf. Do have the sealed version of this on display here in our showcase room, the cavern, but I will be adding the open copy to our board game. So, you know, I have one that's playable. Okay, and for the Woody, I'm actually going to be using him as like a little storage space drawer. So you can pull this out just like that and then pop him open and put some of my minifigures in here. Believe it or not, even outside of the Johnny Test mess, I end up with a lot of little miniature figures like this. Some that I want to keep, but I just don't want to put on display at this time. So those will be going in there. And that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and also check out the Patreon, whatnot. All that stuff is in the description. Like I said, I'll see you guys in this video right here. It's the most recent video on the channel. We put a bunch of work into it, and it was so much fun. So go take a look at it. I'll be over there. And as always, Rat Pack, I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios and bloop.